Hey, good morning and happy Saturday. Welcome back, or welcome if you're here for the first time. And this is going to be a tarot reading. I'm going to use three decks, four decks. You're going to get quite a reading today, sort of wrapping up our tarot month, playing with it differently. And I'm working with, let's see, Radley Valentine's, Archangel Michael's sort of light, Archangel Power Tarot, and Angel Tarot cards, as well as affirmations from the heart. So I thought, let's start by doing an overall view. But I had a comment from someone that I thought it was an important teaching element, and that's about the word tarot. So last week I said there's no such thing as a bad or as bad cards. It's just bad readers. Ha ha ha. I mean, everything is subject to interpretation. Well, I've been exploring Oracle and Tarot cards most of my life, and some readers call themselves Tarot readers, and it must be Tarot. The other group is, oh no, it must be tarot. Now, when I go out to have coffee with one of my girlfriends, she orders a scone with her coffee. I order a scone. Joan and scone go together. I am filled with Celtic blood, Scotch, Irish, Welsh, British. But in her family, scone is the way that it's always been said. Beautiful. It's sort of like if you're having cream tea, which goes on top or which goes on the bottom, the clotted cream or the jam. Here's another one, potato, potato, tomato, tomato. And the one that was really a great play on words was all my life I had thought I had referred to a particular mountain range as the Himalayas. And I've had family members visit there and just absolutely loved it. Watched movies there, read about it, etc. Until two of my Tai Chi students lived in Afghanistan. And the natives there say they're the Himalayas all this time. It's sort of like Adidas. In the US, we say Adidas shoes. It's Adidas from the designer who created them. So there are many ways to come at things, just like an oracle card reading. The cards I share today, you might like a color. You might like a word in one reading, a color in something else. Maybe it's a symbol, maybe it's a message. It's totally up for interpretation, not right or wrong. It's what feels best for you. And I thanked her for her comment because hey, we all have opinions, and mine is both are good. It's sort of like some oracle decks I'll have for a little while and then I'll pass on. They no longer hold the vibration I want to work with. Same way with the way we pronounce words. But I can't remember which was the one that was offending her if I was calling it. Oh, I was probably calling it tarot. Tarot. Pick whatever feels good. Bottom line, I really don't pay much attention to that at all. What I pay attention to is the cards and the feelings and the energy of what the reading is. But I want to honor compliments. I mean, not compliments. I want to honor comments because I don't want to be saying things that you're finding offensive. And if you find me offensive, please unsubscribe and don't come back. Life is just too short because there's going to be somebody else who's going to be just perfect for you. But if you're still here and you're still with me, let's have some fun and let's check into what do I think the energy is going to be like for this week, starting on Saturday, February 28th. So we're going to start off with this one. My mind, and let me show you the back of these affirmation cards. Aren't they beautiful? My mind is open to new experiences that will transform my life. Knight of Michael, strong, committed, intellectual, diligent. So think about whoever you're wanting to be, whatever you're wanting to do and accomplish this week. Think about how these words might fit for you. It's time to move quickly. Remember to choose logic over emotion and be mindful there could be sudden changes. And then we go right into the sun, Archangel Uriel. There's a happy outcome. Brilliant new ideas that lead to success are going to come to mind this week. And make sure you have confidence in yourself. And our last card, this is from Michael's deck. Embrace this magical moment. Oh, card number 11. Embrace this magical moment. You are in the perfect energetic space for manifesting miracles. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. And really, that's why I do these on Saturday morning, is I just think it's so fun to mix the energy of all of us. All of our hopes and dreams are in this channel. And I do a reading just to be like the wind beneath your wings. So the overarching theme for this week is embrace this magical moment. Allow your wishes to be filled. You are in the perfect space for manifesting miracles. Have confidence in yourself. You're going to have a lot of brilliant ideas. There's going to be a really positive outcome. And, there's going to be some sudden changes. And be logical, be practical. And it's time to move quickly. And 4 words to play with. See how they show up in your work week. Am I diligent today? Am I intellectual? Am I feeling committed? Do I feel strong? Those are 4 kind of key words to play with. And one of the fuel for carrying you through is my mind is open to new experiences that will transform my life. So that's our overall reading. And below this video, you're going to see, read more, dot, dot, dot. Everything is time stamped. So feel free to pick a number 1 to 3. And yeah, I just want to do 3. We'll do 1 to 3. And I'll do a reading for you on each one of those numbers right now. And I just wanted to thank you for being with me today. It's always a treat to do these readings for you. Hope you are having a lovely start to your weekend or whenever you happen to see it. Even if it's not Saturday morning when you see this, whenever you see it, I promise the cards will be juicy. And you will know if the reading is for you. So let's see. So start to think about maybe there's something going on in your life where you would like some clarity. Could be health, could be relationship, could be finances, could be overwhelm, could be tired, could be anything. Or it's like, hey, I've got a couple of places I want to go on vacation. What's something I need to know to make my plans work out well for me? So one of the things I always ask my angels is, angels, please reveal to me what I need to know today. And that's what I ask every morning when I write in my journal and pull a card. So there's no wrong way. Just know that when you're doing an oracle card reading, these are not going to, the way I read, it's not a yes or no answer. but it's going to give you some qualities and some things to consider to boost and strengthen your manifesting to speed it up. So think of a question and then numbers 1 to 3. I'm going to pull all your cards first, then I'll read them. So this is for people, card number 1. This takes me a little while because I'm thinking of you, thinking of whatever it is you're wanting to manifest. Okay. So if you picked number 1, your affirmation is, I create loving action, which sets my soul free as I grow with gratitude. Back of your card. It's time to take control of your thoughts. Your thoughts are creating your reality. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. 6 of air. Things are looking up. It could be the end of a difficult situation, or maybe it's time for you to be taking a trip. And the sun. You know, we've had 2 unicorns, or actually, it's the year of the horse. You have 6 white horses right here. And now you have a unicorn. Back of this deck, Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful. Thrive through the power of positive thinking and inspiring success. So if you pick card number 1, here is what your angels want you to know. And this is from Archangel Uriel. There is something that you're working on that's inspiring you and is going to be very, very, very successful. And you're going to be thriving through the power of positive thinking and just keeping in mind and celebrating how wonderful life is. You may want to take a trip. It's the end of a difficult situation, so you may want to be celebrating, and things are really looking up. You have 6 white horses galloping right along with you. And then you have lock and a key. Or excuse me, you've got a knife and a shield. And what's really important with all of this good news moving forward is you've got to control your thoughts. Have faith and stay focused on the outcome that you truly desire. Your thoughts are creating your reality. And your mantra, I create loving action, which sets my soul free as I grow with gratitude. How does that feel? That was if you pick card number 1. All right, I see we're doing these things all very differently because we can do anything we want. There's no rules here. All right, if you pick card number 2, I release old burdens and expectations of love and am free to choose with confidence. 4 of fire. contentment, peace, and abundance. It's a time of a happy home life and the successful completion of a project. Be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. And our last one, Ace of Michael. That idea you're thinking about, it's a really good one. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems. So, if you picked number 2, here's your reading for the week. Clear up any communication problems and don't allow any bumps in the road to, stop you from moving forward because your idea is a really good one. And just be yourself. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your heart. And your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. And, this card also speaks to, look at, there's something that you've just completed. Maybe it was from the snake year. You were doing a lot of shedding old skin and releasing ideas and things that you no longer wanted to carry into this new year. But it's just marking the successful completion of something. And it just honors the idea of having a happy home life, enjoying and appreciating that. And with that comes peace, contentment, and abundance. And your mantra is, I release old burdens and expectations of love and am free to choose with confidence. Alrighty, the last one. If you pick card number 3 or number 3. Oh, I see. We're doing this completely differently. All right. Every single one of these numbers of this card readings where I'm doing these 4 cards per, not one of the numbers, 1, 2, or 3, wanted anything done in the same order. Each of you are so unique, very, very specific. And so I'm just following and doing what I was guided. So let's see your affirmation. I'm clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. 5 of Earth. Fears surrounding money and the wisdom to accept help from others. Maybe it's a time of uncertainty with self-employment. Have no fear. Look at that goddess with that wielding her sword. Look at that. Fear is a trap of the ego. Allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. Isn't that a lovely 1-2 punch? 4 of Ariel. This was on the very top of the deck when I opened it today. When you give, you also receive. And you can check in with yourself. Am I being resistant to change? And maybe it's like looking at the extremes of how you either spend or save money. So if you pick card number 3 is 4 of Ariel, and just remember that anytime you give, you're also receiving, and kind of have that flexibility when it comes to change. And the key thing is to have no fear regarding finances because fear really is all about the ego. And allow the angels to use their sword of light to free you from any disquieting beliefs or feelings that are holding you back. And there again, it speaks again to the fear surrounding money and the wisdom to accept help from others. And the mantra is, I'm clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. And when I look at this one, I'm going to go back and do a little reading on each one. I'm clearly, if you pick number 3, I'm clearly guided by my revered guardian who protects me always. And I appreciate the wisdom I'm developing to accept help from others and allowing the angels to help set me free whenever I get fearful. And just remember, you know, when I feel really, really pressed and I am not feeling abundant, that is the time where it's most important to give things away. That's what I have found, like priming the pump. And it could be take a walk in nature. It could be giving a compliment. It could be smiling. It could be, writing a letter or a note to someone. It could be counting your blessings. Whatever we need to do to get out of that mindset and just tune inward and, ask our angels for help. I think this is just wonderful. I'm going to go back to this one, especially with money. It's like have no fear. The more fearful you are, the more we get speaking from experience on this. When I got in, yeah, I could get into a fear loop, but that just sort of like digging a hole. And I remember Jacqueline Bisset in a wonderful French film had a great line. And she said, when you find yourself in a big hole, stop digging. That one really helped me. And I really like this is have no fear. Fear is a trap of the ego, and allow me to use my sword of light to free you from the disquieting feelings holding you back. And it could be anything. It doesn't need to be financial abundance. It could be abundance of energy, abundance of time. And if you pick card number 2, congrats on having the wonderful new ideas. And, when any new idea, there's always going to be twists and turns and bumps and detours. And keep your communication clear and just be exactly who you are. That's always best. And don't let anyone ever sway you from expressing the truth of who you are. And the blessing really of you being your authentic self is successful completion of projects and that experience of contentment, peace, and abundance. And it's this idea of, you're releasing old burdens and you're choosing something new with confidence. That's if you pick number 2. And if you pick number 1, success is all around you. This is Archangel Uriel. Life is wonderful, and you really thrive through your ability to think positively in challenging situations. And whatever the situation you're asking for help for, things are really looking up. You're at the end of a difficult challenge, and you might even be taking a trip. Maybe there's a business meeting or something that you're going to be doing. And something that's helpful is, and it's something that is a forever challenge for me that teacher, I would say, is learning how to work with our thoughts. So, noticing our self-talk and how kind we are with the words that we say to ourselves and others, because our thoughts are creating our reality. And, stay focused on whatever outcome you're desiring. And I create loving action, which sets my soul free as I grow with gratitude. And, gratitude is a real energizer, and it really raises your vibration. And I find that the more grateful I am, and writing it in my journal every day, actually morning and evening, I do it twice a day. Um, the more grateful I am, I find the more I have to be grateful about. And that just feels, really, really good energy. Just takes a couple of minutes. So you might even like a journal practice. But I was just thinking, I shared a practice this week in a Qigong class I lead on Wednesdays. And I was just thinking it could be really helpful. So you have this card reading. However, you might feel a little bit off. So I want to teach you a little practice. If you can, when you're just sitting, just put your hands, just cross your wrists and just place them right here on the front of your body and maybe close your eyes. And just slowly breathing in through your nose and slowly breathing out your mouth. And I want to share a quick way to really reset your nervous system. And what we're going to do is you're just going to gently pick up your left hand and then your right. And so you're just tapping your lungs area, basically. Your lymph is here, your top of your lungs, and you're just very gently tapping one hand and then the other. You can just close your eyes. And what this really is bilateral stimulation that's activating both sides of your brain. So your left and right side of your brain are getting stimulated. You're having loving energy just naturally flowing in and out of the left side and right side of your brain. And I think this is a quick, easy tool. Anytime you're feeling anxious or stressed, you want to be more grounded or centered, and you're just tapping simultaneously. You could do this for a couple of minutes or just a minute. And here's what I like. I find it's even richer when your eyes are closed. And you could do this anytime, anywhere. You could do this sitting in your car, waiting for your engine to warm up, for example. At the end of the day, you could do it for a minute or two when you get home from your commute before you get into the house. You could do it lying in bed before you get out of bed in the morning or before you go to sleep at night, just doing this to get nice and grounded. You can do it seated and you can do it standing. You could be watching the sunrise from your kitchen sink. There's just no rules. But now just pause for a moment. I want you to notice your breath, just gently breathing in and breathing out. And your lungs go all the way up to the tops of your fingertips. Ooh. And do you find that, okay, now you can remove your hands from your heart. Just take a breath or two. Do you notice any differences in the trunk of the body? Or can you take a fuller, freer, or maybe even a wider breath? But that's like a butterfly hug. So that's something, anytime you're feeling a little scattered and you want to get centered, say you've got a meeting, a Zoom call, a presentation. Um, you want a way to sit down when you're about to start meditating and you want like a transition piece, hands on your heart simultaneously. And I like to close my eyes and just breathe, pause, and know that this bilateral movement, one and then the other, is working one half and then the other half of the brain. And that signals a sense of ease, please, and calm for your nervous system. And just notice how you feel afterwards. And that's the kind of thing you can do before you do a card reading. Shuffle your deck, pull a card, see what it has to say for the day. Angels, reveal to me something I need to know today. What would be in my highest good and the highest good of all concerned on this project? However you choose to play with it. And now with these cards, I think you have, a personal reading and the cards one, two, and three, and then the general reading. Allow your wishes to be fulfilled. You're in the perfect space for manifesting miracles. Embrace this magical moment. Have confidence in yourself. And you know what? You've got a great mind and you have wonderful ideas, and they're really leading to your success. And, it's time to move quickly. We're in the year of the horse. Giddy up. Let's go. And we've got the Taurus, no, not Taurus, Virgo full moon coming up, which is all about being practical and grounded. And this one, part of this card too, was choose logic over emotion. So using our mental capacities well. And don't be surprised by any sudden changes. And here's kind of the secret for this week. My mind is open to new experiences that will transform my life. And your job is just to decide, what's my inner GPS? What do I have it set on? Where do I want to go? Who do I want to be? How do I want to feel? Because you're the one who has full power to do all of that. And these cards just sort of tune in to, if you pick card number one, two, or three, that's it. So thank you so much for coming by today. Every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, I post a reading where you get to pick a card for the week. And I did all tarot cards this month. And then I did one affirmation deck today I used as well. Um, and on Mondays, I do a 1 minute success tip short, a real short video that just kind of gives you an idea, something you can work on throughout the week. And then Tuesday, I will have a full moon reading, a short 1 minute reading again. And then on Saturdays, I do this longer form video. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a note in the comments, and I promise I will write back to you. And let's see what the month of March holds, what sort of decks we should play with. I think I might pull out my spirit animals and see what the animals have to say for us this next week. All righty, since we're going to be getting so close to the start of spring. Alrighty, enjoy. Have a beautiful week. Thank you so much for being with me today. And if you like this video, would you please give it a thumbs up and maybe share it with one of your girlfriends who you think might enjoy it as well? I'd really appreciate that because I would love to have as many girlfriends as would like to be a part of this channel. Alrighty. We got this. Have a beautiful week. I'll be thinking of you and sending good juju your way, and I'll be back again soon. Bye for now and take good care. Have a great weekend.